Imagine you are working on a complex problem. You check every source, run the numbers twice, and eliminate all the variables. You reach a conclusion, and you know with absolute certainty that you have the right answer. But right before you submit it, you ask an AI for a quick sanity check. It spits out a completely different answer, and it delivers that answer without a single ounce of hesitation. You haven't seen any new evidence. The facts haven't changed. Yet almost instantly, a wave of self-doubt washes over you. You start wondering if you made a mistake. Take a professional we'll call Ryan. He's highly competent and detail-oriented. When his company rolls out a new AI assistant, he decides to use it as a second set of eyes on a routine but highly detailed business report. The interaction that follows reveals a deep human vulnerability. We are incredibly quick to surrender our own hard-earned accuracy the moment a machine speaks with an absolute, unwavering tone. Ryan finishes calculating the quarterly projections. He verifies the math. It is definitively correct. But to be perfectly safe, he asks the AI to review his final numbers. The AI responds instantly with a completely different conclusion. The math it provides is completely flawed, but the language is polished, authoritative, and decisive. There are no qualifiers or signs of uncertainty. Ryan stares at the screen. He knows the logical steps he took, but the machine sounds so certain. His internal confidence collapses under the weight of that perfectly formatted output. He highlights his own, perfectly verified calculations, hits delete, and submits the machine's flawed output as his final report. He later finds out he was right all along, and the AI made a mistake. But the real damage is done. This interaction exposes a massive modern blind spot. Our correct instincts are easily and quietly overridden when faced with algorithmic confidence. To understand why Ryan folded easily, we have to look at how our brains are wired. Human evolution programmed us to use confidence as a mental shortcut, a heuristic. We naturally assume that if someone sounds entirely sure of themselves, they must be accurate. Psychologists find that an individual surrounded by a unified, confident group giving a wrong answer will routinely doubt their own eyes. Today, AI flawlessly replaces that group. Large language models predict text definitively, physically lacking the capacity for genuine hesitation. It's a psychological illusion. Our brains are being hacked by a linguistic interface, tricking us into interpreting a predictive text algorithm as absolute vetted truth. Fast forward a few weeks. The initial shock of the AI's math mistake fades for Ryan, but a dangerous new behavioral loop quietly takes root. He stops doing the math first. For every decision, Ryan instinctively asks the AI for its opinion before attempting to form his own thoughts. This is a process called cognitive atrophy. It is the systematic degradation of decision-making pathways simply because they are no longer being used. Critical thinking is a physical muscle. Put an arm in a sling, the muscle tissue physically shrinks. The same happens to neural pathways when you stop exercising them. By constantly outsourcing small daily calculations, you stop practicing the basic friction of thought. Eventually, your internal voice of judgment goes completely silent. Ryan isn't losing his raw intelligence. The tragedy here is deferring to the machine actively dismantles his own neural pathways of independent thought. To stop this cognitive decline, Ryan realizes he has to radically alter his physical relationship with the machine. He establishes a strict new habit. Before opening the AI application, he constructs and writes down his own baseline answer on a physical notepad. Then he changes his prompting framework. Instead of asking the AI to provide the correct answer, he prompts the machine to act as his adversary. He gives it a specific instruction. Here is my conclusion. Present the exact evidence or logic that could prove my baseline wrong. This pivot reverses the dynamic. It transforms the AI from a dangerous crutch that replaces judgment into a powerful resistance tool used to test and strengthen that judgment. On a societal scale, AI functions as a tool to extend human reach, an intellectual lever rather than a surrogate brain. Navigating this modern era requires actively resisting our evolutionary programming. We have to stop blindly deferring to the most confident voice in the room, especially when that voice is synthetic. The most successful individuals going forward will maintain the mental endurance to question both their own biases and the machine's flawless certainty. We are witnessing a slow migration of judgment from the mind to the software until the human ability to think independently simply fades away.